Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know what time it is your way, but my way it is actually 8 o'clock. And I slept in this morning and it felt good. And I'm just kind of getting my body going now. Oh, I know what probably some of you are thinking. My hair's sticking up and everything else. But you know what? I just got up not too long ago. I didn't want you guys to think I was trying to grow my hair to look like Cole and Cooper. No, Momma Cornstar, hopefully this weekend or so, will get my hair cut. Get me back to looking like a presentable. I don't know if it ever looked presentable or not. So I guess it really don't matter, but to get my hair cut so it just won't be so shaggy. It won't look like a, I don't know, a poodle or something. Oh, let's see little Anna here for a second. Oh, Anna, she's even waking up yet. Oh, this is a rough life out here today for the DC and Momma Cornstar. We are just coming to life. Probably hard to see it a little bit. This is the last picture me and my dad had that was probably one of the pictures I was proud of. We were on top of our grain leg, so we're probably up there 85 feet or so, and you can see the windmills and everything behind us. But my dad was probably one of the kindest guys around, a little bit quiet, and it was always kind of fun with my dad. Sometimes you'd ask him a question or something, you'd be talking about something. He'd always think things over pretty good, so sometimes you'd ask him a question. Whoa! Just pulled up the old shade there, went up a little bit fast. But you'd ask Dad a question, and like when we were going to remodel the kitchen, Momma Cornstar wanted to remodel our kitchen, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'll run it through my dad and see what he says. And well, figured that'd buy me 3 or 4 or 5, 6 years, and I didn't say anything. And about 3 days later, we're eating supper with Momma Cornstar, and all at once he goes, yeah, I think it'd be really good to remodel the kitchen. I'll start getting some books, and I'll stop at Lowe's and Home Depot, and we'll get books, and we can figure things out and get your kitchen remodeled. And I'm like, whoa, anything else, my dad, you'd run it by him and like, well, I don't know, maybe we should wait a little while. And on this one with Momma Cornstar's kitchen, and I'll have to have her give you a tour of it sometime, but she's got hickory cabinets now, and we gutted the kitchen and just did a whole new thing. And if we would have had this YouTube going before we did the kitchen, we would have showed it all. But I was thinking, when I was a little boy in high school, probably not that really little, and we were kind of ornery kids. I think it was some of the kids I hung around that made me that way. But one thing we like to do, and I know it probably wasn't too funny for the janitor, but we did it anyhow. We would take like a quarter, and from our shop room, it had a little window in the door, and we could watch everybody walking down the halls and stuff. We would take a little quarter, and we would super glue it to the floor, and then it was always fun. You'd see somebody come walking down the hall, and well, they see the quarter and they go over there and they try to pick it up. Well, they couldn't pick it up because it was super glued to the floor. And then later, here come the janitor with a little chisel and a little hammer and bing, pop it off the floor. I don't know. We did that off and on probably for a whole year. And I think the principal of the school and the janitor was probably getting a little ticked off for super glue. But oh, I'll tell you another thing that we did, and it was quite hilarious. Our girls' bathrooms, they were kind of a dark room. There wasn't much of a window in there or anything. So sometimes we'd go in there with saran wrap, and we'd lift up the stool lid and we would put saran wrap down really tight on the stool. And then you put the stool lid back down. And then we took out a couple light bulbs, loosened them up so it was even darker in the bathroom. Oh yeah, that went well. And I know the first girl that fell for it, and she was not happy. Little things like that we did in school, made memories and had a lot of fun. And after everything settled down, and everybody thought it was funny. I suppose I better get my little bun cheeks dressed, get over to Cole's. He's probably wondering where I'm at. We got work to get done. Momma Cornstar can have the camera. She can do some filming today. So it's all yours, Momma Cornstar. Wish you luck. Don't get stage fright. And don't look too close into the camera, and don't forget to blink, because if you don't blink, you're going to pass out and it will all be on video.
Good morning. How is everyone? I'm going to make a quick lunch. So it's Saturday, and I don't like to stand around cooking food all day long on my day off when I have a lot of other projects to complete. So I am going to make some vegetable soup. I had some hamburger already thawed in the fridge. So I browned that already, And I've already got some of it started, so I'll tell you what's in it. I'm kind of a dump method kind of vegetable soup maker. So I'm sure at one time I followed a recipe, but you make it enough times, then you just kind of do what you want. So here's what's in my vegetable soup. I don't know, this is 2 quarts of tomato juice and about half a bottle of water. If I cook meat like a roast or something like that, I like to save the broth that comes from that. Someone is texting me. It's probably Daddy Cornstar. I've already put that in, but I had this leftover broth from some meat I cooked, and it really helps make a flavorful soup. So I put that in, and then I'm going to add some can of green beans, add some corn. I chopped up a couple carrots, and I'm going to chop up these potatoes. And I accidentally opened a can of peas the other night. I thought it was green beans, but it was peas. So I'm going to put these peas in there. And then this is celery that I chop up, and I keep it in a baggie in the freezer so that I don't always have to chop celery every time I want to season with it. And then I'm just going to put in a few seasonings. Just a little bit of chili powder, not as much as you would put in chili, but a teaspoon or so. Really makes a nice flavorful soup. And then just some pepper and parsley flakes. I'm gonna let these potatoes and carrots cook a little bit before I add in my peas and green beans because they're already cooked. I might put a little more corn in.
I was gonna go outside and do some videoing real quick and kind of tell you guys what's been going on, but it is super windy out there today. It's like 40-45 miles per hour winds. Hold on for a 2-second here. I think I hear a vehicle pulling in. I want to check out and see who's here. It was just the UPS man dropping off a package. James, you asked on our little trailer here when we're gonna get our axles. We ordered them back in December. At the time they said allow 2 to 3 weeks. We're still waiting. We do call in now and then and get checked out. Our tires are in, but no axles yet, so it's been a long wait. So when they come in, we'll get them put on all day. You asked, what was the worst breakdown we've ever had on the farm? I think for me, probably my worst breakdown was one of our combines. One time I was combining beans and had a fire start up on the engine compartment, had a brand new fire extinguisher with me. It was probably only a couple weeks old. I jumped out, grabbed the fire extinguisher, I run over the fire. It wasn't very big at the time. Pulled the trigger and it goes puff. I pulled the trigger again, puff. That was it. That's all it did. But then the fire went poof, and it burned up the whole combine. My insurance man told me I should have carried a sand shovel and threw dirt at it. Well, how are you supposed to get dirt way up into the engine compartment? But anyhow, that was probably one of my worst ones. And I see Cooper just walked in, so I'm going to see what that little critter's doing. Thank you everybody for taking time, watching our videos. Mine and Momma Cornstar's videos, we just get to ramble on, answer questions, and have fun, and that's what it's all about. A baby with 2 turbos sounds excellent. But anyhow, Cooper's taking off. I guess he's going out for supper with his girlfriend tonight. I'm all by myself now.
Hey, these for me? You made these for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
You said you made it for me.
Well, you gotta share with your brother.
Okay, well you can have
Your
like
dad.
they can have like 3.
Such a little pig.
I'm a growing boy. They're both full-grown people. What do they need the extra food for? Okay, I'll just take this one. I'll take the broken one.
All right, you take the broken one. You want butter on it?
No. I gotta work outside today. I might be far from the toilet.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.